just talk a little bit about manufacturing in the state of Georgia and where it started and where it's come? I mean, it seems like we have such a rich history here. That's truly got to be a differentiator for the state of Georgia when we compete globally.
Well, it certainly is. We are very pleased to see manufacturing having a resurgence in our state. It is a deliberate act on the part of the state to try to have that happen. One of the things that we did at the very beginning was to ask the question, what is it going to take for Georgia to once again be a leader in manufacturing all across this country and the world? And one of the decisions that came out of our competitiveness initiative was that one of the ways to do that was to remove the sales tax on energy that is used for manufacturing. And that has had a huge positive influence on increased manufacturing facilities. Both new ones that are coming here, Mondo is certainly an example of that, as well as those who've already been in our state, they are expanding as well. So of that 250,000 plus new jobs that we've seen since I became governor, many of those are in the manufacturing arena. And we have every reason to believe that's going to continue. And it's going to be all across the board. It's going to be automotive products such as this facility will be producing. We have even seen an India company that is going to build a plant down in southeast Georgia, and they're going to buy Georgia cotton and spin it and sell it around the world using the Port of Savannah. All the way to an announcement that we had earlier this week in the flooring industry of Beaulieu International Group coming out of Belgium. And they are establishing their headquarters in Cartersville, Georgia, some 350 new jobs there, making a new line of vinyl. So it is a very diverse type of manufacturing that we're seeing for what might be considered heavy equipment, such as the Caterpillar plant that came to the Athens area, to the pharmaceutical arena, which is what Baxter Pharmaceutical is doing in the Covington area, with a $1 billion capital investment to manufacture pharmaceutical products. So it is good for our state to have these kind of job opportunities.
Absolutely, and it seems like the state of Georgia has really leveraged that history in manufacturing with Quick Start and workforce training and your new HDCI initiative.
Yes.
Can you tell me how that all dovetails together?
Well, yes. Obviously, you have to have a qualified workforce in order to attract manufacturers to your state and to allow those who are here to grow. We have had a great opportunity to do that through our technical colleges and our colleges and universities, coupled with the Quick Start program, which is under our technical college schools, that will actually train employees for a company so that when they open their doors, they have a qualified workforce that's ready to go to work. Well, first of all, we're very pleased that this is a major Korean corporation that is once again seen to expand their operation here in the state of Georgia. This will be the largest single employer in Meriwether County, over 1,000 employees. It is a manifestation of the Korean presence, which was primarily initiated with the coming of Kia to the state of Georgia in 2006. And we have seen their supplier base continue to migrate to Georgia, and that's always good news for us. And this is an example of that kind of automotive manufacturing parts company that is a part of our growth in the automotive sector.
Thank you very much.
Gentlemen, state, regional, and local officials, corporate executives, distinguished guests, and friends. It is my privilege to welcome you to the 2014 grand opening ceremonies for Mondo Corporation America, Hogansville, Georgia. Each of you have been invited to participate in this momentous occasion because you have played an integral role in the creation and future growth of our business. Today gives Mondo the opportunity to bring all parties together to offer a collective thank you. In the words of the New Living Translation, how wonderful and pleasant it is when brothers live together in harmony. In light of that, I ask that you turn your attention to the screens for the following video presentation, which will demonstrate the rich history that we share and express the sentiments of our global partnership. Now join me watching the feature, A Tribute to My Friend.
60 years ago, you came to an unknown land to preserve freedom and peace. remember your gallantry and sacrifice.
I'd like to call to the podium the president of the Korean War Veterans Association, retired U.S. Army Major, Mr. Robert Mccubbins.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for the very nice introduction. I'm very honored to have been invited to this important event in the company's continued growth. I had the pleasure recently of dining with Ty at the Korean Council General's home. We discussed Korean War veterans and what they are doing to keep active 60 plus years after the war. In our local chapter, we tried hard to make people, especially children. Let me take a second to say, the film you just saw, we showed to children at all the schools we go to, and it is very well accepted. We try to make the children aware of the war, what it meant in history, and of the sacrifices made by so many to keep a country free. In the state of Georgia, 740 fighting men died, and over 1,400 were wounded in action. The Korean War has been described by some as the most brutal combat in modern history. Historians see the war as one of our nation's bloodiest wars. And anyone who fought there, and there are some friends in the crowd today, certainly will agree. After the terrible destruction caused by the war, the Republic of Korea pulled together to make their great country what it is today, free and prosperous. And when our soldiers returned home, they went back to their families, their job, or to the school. I certainly know I did. Some returning veterans chose to join veterans organizations like local chapters of the Korean War Veterans. And as I have said, our local chapter strives to make sure that all veterans know their heroic service is not forgotten. To ensure this, we participate in many veterans functions. And we're really good at lunches and dinners, let me tell you. We also make a few parades, but we don't do much marching anymore. I speak for myself. To we veterans, the phrase, the forgotten war, is not acceptable. And as I was reminded recently by the Korean ambassador to the United States, it is also not acceptable to the Korean people. Our countries have much in common. Today our countries stand together as a beacon of liberty in this troubled world. Long may that light shine. Again, thank you for having me here today. May God bless our two great countries. May God bless all those veterans who made it possible for our country to be free. And God bless all of us here today. Thank you.
We'd like to honor each of you in just one moment and read a little bit of your bio so that everyone here will know the part that you played in our years of service. First, again, we have Mr. Robert Mccubbins. Mr. Mccubbins served 21 years in the U.S. Army in the 92nd Armed Field Artillery Battalion, 9th Corps in Kumwa Valley. Currently, he serves as the president of the Korean War Veterans Association under General Raymond G. Davis Chapter. Secondly, we have Mr. Billy Joe Bass, and he is joined by his wife of 17 years, Virginia. Mr. Bass served 34 years in the U.S. Navy. U.S. Navy Fletcher 445 and USS Epperson 719. He provided protection to flights in air during the Korean War and also picked up soldiers at sea. Currently, he serves as the unit commander of the Korean War Veterans Association, Chapter 263. Finally, we have Mr. Bill Bonner. Mr. Bonner served 20 years in the U.S. Marine Corps, Baker Company 5th Marine Regiment in Busan. He was an infantry machine gunner. He was wounded in service and also served in the Vietnam War. Can you please help me in appreciating these men for their selfless sacrifice to our nations and the world? Thank you all.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. To celebrate this grand opening of our Georgia plant, I would like to welcome and thank Georgia Governor Nathan Deal, Marietta County Board of Commissioners Chairman Nancy Jones, Director Hwang Yun Lee of Hyundai, and Jaeyeon Choi of Kia, as well as all other distinguished guests who supported Mando from the initial plant site search till today in making this great opportunity a reality. I remember very well my good impression that I got when I met with Meriwether County and the state of Georgia on this site. I am very pleased and excited to be here again today to see the transformation and to celebrate another great historical moment of Mando with all of you. Mando has been moving forward to be the global #1 brake system manufacturer in the world market. And building these new operations in Georgia is a major step and cornerstone towards that goal. By opening the plants in Georgia, in addition to our plant in Opelika, Alabama, Mando America established the solid base for the growth as a leading player in the industry. Especially the casting plant, which has completed the first phase construction, draws the eye-opening attention from the automakers in the US who have been looking for the solution on shortage issue of casting parts. Locating the casting, machining, and assembly plants in the same area, Mando America shall be able to furnish the customers with the best service in terms of cost, speed, and quality. I am sure Mando Georgia plant shall turn out to be the best case of a one-stop supplier of the brake system in America when the plant is in full production. We are also proud the new casting plant shall be the cleanest and the most eco-friendly plant in the world by the top-notch equipment we install. I do not have any doubt our Georgia plant shall bring the benefits not only to the customers and Mando, but to the local communities by creating many more jobs. I firmly believe Mando Georgia plant shall be a real win-win case for everybody concerned. As I stated at the Meriwether County Courthouse during the MOU signing, we Mando do solemnly promise to try our best to be the company that is loved by everyone. I sincerely ask for your continuous concern and support. Thank you all again for attending the ceremony, and it is truly an honor to share the great moment with you in Meriwether County. Finally, I wish you and your family happiness and prosperity. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm thrilled to be here with you today to celebrate this great event and to be among so many old friends and many new friends as well. Today we celebrate 3+ years of a great business relationship with Mondo Corporation of America. And it is projects like this that really highlight the strength of our manufacturing community and the resurgence that we're seeing in manufacturing in Georgia right now. As a matter of fact, transportation equipment has become the second largest sector within manufacturing in Georgia. I want to thank the Mondo team for their investment in Meriwether County. And I want to say thank you to the key economic development team members who have assisted in making this possible. Of course, E.J. and Caraway and the team members of our Korean office for the Georgia Department of Economic Development, I'd like to say thank you to Nancy Jones, Meriwether County Board of Commissioners, of course Jane Fryer with the Development Authority, Bobby Moreland with the Industrial Development Authority, Clint Taylor with Georgia Power. I also want to say a special thanks to a couple of folks that are with us today that were a big part of the first project that helped make this project possible. Commissioner Gretchen Corbin, who is now Commissioner of the Department of Community Affairs, but was formerly Deputy Commissioner for Economic Development when the first project occurred, and Sean McMillan, who is now with the University of Georgia, but was with the Quick Start program. And I'd also like to thank Quick Start for their role, Jackie Rahosky, who's here today, and Ben Walton. It is my pleasure and privilege to introduce our governor this morning. Having a leader who really gets the big picture of economic development is critical to keeping Georgia competitive in the global marketplace. Our governor is such a leader who has sought to maintain our partnership with Korea's thriving business community, thriving especially here in Georgia. A leader who recognizes the importance of advocating Georgia across the globe while also supporting existing industry and Georgia company growth here at home. A leader who made it a #1 priority to improve Georgia's business climate since the day that he took office, and who has created tens of thousands of jobs since taking office. Please join me in welcoming our Governor, Nathan Deal.
Well, thank you very much, Tom. To all of you who have already been introduced, local officials, representatives of the various corporations that are involved in this project, and all of you who have had a part in making this happen. Thank you all very much for being here. Before I get to my remarks about this particular project, I want to tell you that I was very impressed with the ceremony that we just saw a few minutes ago. Many of our Korean War veterans believe that and refer to their service in the Korean War as the forgotten war. It is certainly heartening and inspiring to see that the Korean people have not forgotten the sacrifice of American soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines. Thank you for remembering, and I say that on behalf of all Americans. Nearly 3 years ago, I was here to announce the plan that would open a high-tech auto parts manufacturing facility, whereby we laid the foundation for it to become a strong business partnership. And then in the fall of 2011, I had the pleasure of meeting with Mondo's leadership team in Korea to learn about the company's plans to expand beyond their existing facility, and they were going to do it here in Georgia. And we announced the second project in late 2012. Combined, these two new facilities represent more than 1,000 jobs and $280 million of capital investment to make you the largest employer in Meriwether County. And we thank you for providing these job opportunities to the citizens of this part of our state. Now, these numbers are a sample of the Korean presence in our state. In fact, Korea has ranked second among Asian investors in Georgia in overall number of facilities, in the number of manufacturing facilities, and in employment opportunities provided in our state. And Mondo's decision to build and to expand in Meriwether County underscores the continuation of that strong relationship and our state's commitment to economic development and growth in the global marketplace. As we celebrate the grand opening of these two new facilities, I want to thank everyone for joining us today, including HALA executives from around the world, our Consul General for the Republic of Korea, Major Robert Mccubbins, and the others who were here at the platform earlier, who served admirably in the Korean War, and all of the others, as I said, who made this possible. Partnerships with leading corporations such as Mondo have enriched and solidified Georgia's status as the #1 state in the nation in which to do business, a ranking that has now been bestowed upon us by two major ranking agencies. And I'm proud to be the governor of a state that boasts outstanding logistics infrastructure, a top-ranked workforce, and an overall business-friendly environment. Our state's assets, such as the workforce training program Quick Start, and thank Jackie Rohowski and her team for what they have done to make this a Quick Start site and to enable manufacturers like Mondo to meet and exceed the expectations of their customers. That's why they all have Georgia on their mind. Now, nationally and international companies alike know that if they want to make a decision to come here, we'll do everything we can to help them thrive so that we are able to keep them here. Our partnership with Mondo shows how all facets of the state, from local leaders to agencies such as community affairs and labor, to our technical college system, are willing to chip in order to bring jobs home to Georgia. Together with capable partners like the Mondo Corporation, we will work to keep Georgia as the best place in which to do business. Now, I am very pleased to be able to make a small gift of appreciation to the two individuals that I would ask at this time if they would come to the platform. President Kwok and Chairman Chung. If you gentlemen would come to the platform, I would like to present you with a token of appreciation from the state of Georgia, and to thank you for your investment, for your interest, and for your support of this part of our state. We are very pleased that you have decided to come here and that you have decided to expand here.
Consider quality as the #1 priority every step of the way. We are successful in developing in-house ABS and ESC based on our robust R&D technology.
Now you know who HALA Group is, you know who Mondo is. And I hope most of you who are here knows who Mondo America is. If you don't, I think you need to leave. But just in case you weren't quite sure, my job this morning to make sure that you know who Mondo America is. My name is Tai Kwok, and I'm responsible for Mondo America. Mando America was set up in Detroit in 1996, and since then we built our first plant in Alabama in 2004, and we have expanded in Alabama. And also, since 2010, we started construction in Georgia, and then 2013, we had 2 plants in Georgia, one where you're at now, and one across the street. Our sales this year will be $932 million, and we expect the sales to be about $1.3 billion by 2020. And also, we have currently 956 employees, and with the startup and expansion in Georgia, we hope the number of employees will be over 1,600 employees by 2020. And as you can see, we make complete line of chassis products. This is what we call Georgia Plant 1, and the plant across the street is Georgia Plant 2. Georgia Plant 1 is 955 Merriweather Park Drive, and we started mass production with the caliper machining in November of 2012, and ESC assembly in June of 2013. And we will start rack electric power steering gear assembly this September. We have invested $109 million so far in this facility, and we plan to invest another $146 million up to 2020. And we currently have 162 employees, and we expect to have about 300 employees here by about 2020. This is our construction history. We literally started with a blast. That was April of 2012. This is the walls. Steel structures going up in June. Walls going up in August. Office work in October. And the floor finishing in November. And here we are. Currently, we don't have the plant full yet, but Mando believes in build it and they will come. So we built the facility and we will fill it with our customers. These are the lines that we have currently. These are the new lines coming in this year. This is 2015. 2016. Ms. Jones, do not get too excited about the addition there. We will wait and see what happens, okay? This is 2017. 2018, 2019. As you can see, we need more space by 2016. So we will see where we go. This is our Georgia Plant 2. It's across the street, about a third of a mile. We started mass production in May of this year. We invested $47 million so far, and we will invest another $55 million over the next several years. We only have 101 employees right now, but we will go to over 600 employees by 2020. And this is our construction history of the plant across the street. We had to build a pit that was in March of 2013. Office work in May, tilt-up wall going up in July, sand tower going up in September, closing in October, and here's the plant. And currently we have only one casting line. It is different than this plant. The whole entire plant is filled with one line. And hopefully by 2017 we'll put a second line in. And I think we got enough room for third line too, right? Okay, thank you.
Good morning. I'm so honored to be here with Gamadier and other distinguished guests to bear witness to the history that Mando America has made since its introduction to Georgia. I'm going to start with a joke, with a funny but very simple joke. As Chairman John pointed out, Mando America is a global leader in manufacturing top-notch automotive part brake systems, among others. Even major companies look to Mando for the needs on brake. But here's the problem with Mando. Mando has driven so fast, has grown so fast, far ahead of its path. Apparently, there is no way for its competitors to the brakes on Mando. I think today's grand opening will further widen the gap between Mando and its competitors. I'm here to say tons of thanks to you all on behalf of the Korean companies in Georgia, Korean American community in Georgia, and also on the Republic of Korea. First of all, I want to say thank Governor Deal on his strong political and innovative leadership to make Georgia the most business-friendly state across the region. I'm so happy to inform Governor and the state of Georgia that on the last July 1st, we celebrate the first anniversary of driver's license reciprocal agreement between the state of Georgia and Republic of Korea. As of July 1st, 1,236 Koreans have benefited from the reciprocity. I'm so confident that the numbers will grow in tandem with the growth of our bilateral relationship. And second of all, I want to thank the community and Chambers of Commerce for warmly welcoming and embracing Mando America. What Mando America has brought this community is more than a creation of jobs and investment. I believe it is the bond, this cultural ties with this community. Having said that, I want to thank Mando America and its team for working hard to become an integral part of this community. I believe this means a lot, particularly here in the South. I want to conclude by saying one of my favorite quotes, and it says as follows: let's go together and let's win together. I'm confident that we continue to work together, hand in hand and shoulder to shoulder under this common spirit. We are bound to succeed together as we go forward. Thank you and congratulations. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Governor Mr. Nathan Deal, Korean Consul General Mr. Kim, Chairman Mr. Jong Bahalla Group, and distinguished guests. On behalf of Hyundai Kia Motors America plant, it is my sincere honor to congratulate Mando on the successful launch of this new Georgia facility. For more than half a century, Hyundai Kia Motors and Mando Corporation have shared a strong global relationship, growing together to meet customer demands. This is no exception in America. Mando played an important role by fully supporting KMMT and HMMA with assemblies from the very beginning. Now, with this facility, we are better positioned to guarantee that our mutual success continues into the future. By having casting and machining operations in Georgia, coupled with assembly operations in Alabama, Mando America has achieved vertical integration of the brake assembly supply chain. As a leading supplier, Mando America is proactively increasing its commitment to localization, in effect reducing supply chain risk and strengthening all automobile manufacturers. Furthermore, Mando is playing an important role in improving the local economy by building and operating new plants, creating new local jobs, and investing in Georgia. Improvements in the local economy over the past 5 years was supported by our suppliers like Mando, who brought passion and drive to succeed to the table. I strongly believe that this, coupled with the quality-oriented mindset of Mando, Georgia, will help propel Hyundai Kia's quality and reputation into the stratosphere. I am therefore thankful to Mando America for the endless effort toward producing highest quality products, and sincerely believe that the Hyundai Kia and Mando relationship will continue to flourish. In conclusion, we believe that Mando America Georgia will continue to be an exemplary company. Once again, congratulations on the Mando Georgia opening ceremony. Thank you very much.
Good morning. I don't know how you all feel, but this is an exciting and great day in Meriwether County. To Governor Deal, who had to leave, I want to thank him for taking his time to be with us this morning. Chairman Chung, as always, it is excellent to see you in our county. To Consul General, welcome to Meriwether County, other distinguished guests. As I stand here this morning, I want to tell you that I can tell you it seems like a dream. But as we begin to work in partnership with the state of Georgia and the Department of Economic Development, and it continued to build, and I look at and see a smiling face of Gretchen Corbin with reassurance that she was saying, Nancy, this is something that will happen. We can make it happen. The state is in. We will be working with you. They did. Having said that, meeting with President Ty Kwok, with his staff, it was a phenomenal opportunity to meet with people who were sincerely interested in coming into a community and forming a partnership. With that partnership, we have not been disappointed. Chairman Chung, at this time, I want to formally tell you on behalf of the citizens of Meriwether County, we appreciate what you did in the restoration of our courthouse. It enhanced its beauty. It was already historic, but you just made it much more appealing to all the citizens that come and visit our county. We look out, and as a county of 22,000 in population, 502 square miles of landmass, you think of something ordinary, and out of ordinary comes extraordinary. That is Mando America in Meriwether County. Extraordinary, and to you, Ty, I want to assure you, we made it possible you would have land to expand. We made it possible that you would have that opportunity, and you would have our support in order to help partner with you all and through the state and through the educational processes in order to make the workforce available to you and the resources that you need. On behalf of all of the commissioners of Meriwether County, I would be totally amiss. You know, there are silent people always in the background that really never get any recognition. But I will tell you that we have had a man here in Meriwether County who has not left this site since the day they first put a tractor in the ground to break ground, and that's Bruce O'Neill. I would like for you all to please extend to Bruce a round of applause. He's here today. He will be here tomorrow. He has not left us out. As we conclude this morning and we leave from here, I want you to just imagine that at one time it was just a Georgia pine forest. Now look what we have. International recognition, an absolutely fabulous facility, a place where our people do not have to leave the county. They can find jobs at home. We are committed now in Meriwether County to move forward, and with Mondo joining us side by side, we will be step in step with you in whatever your endeavors may be, and we will grow together in Meriwether County. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, let's just thank this distinguished group of guests who've been an integral part of our success. We appreciate you.
Be wide. pleasure for him.